Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. I have had a busy day moving trees from the polyhouse and the glass greenhouse into the plant room upstairs or the basement here. Let's join the moving day in progress now. The next trees I'll be bringing in the basement are my citrus trees. They like a cool period to set their flowers. Our winters are probably a little long for them, but they survive fine in the basement. Here is what my tables look like before I bring the citrus trees in. So space is running out. I have a lot of succulents. There's my Sarissa under the light. And over here I have my Portulacaria afra, and it also has, it's not a big light, it's just a little light above it. I think that'll be fine for the winter. The only aloe I didn't bring down to the basement is my one with the aerial roots, the Medusa aloe. It's upstairs in the plant room because I want to encourage more aerial roots over the winter. I have got my citrus trees inside, my lemon, another lemon tree, grapefruit, lemon, and an orange tree. So I still have some space left, so I'll continue to bring more trees in. The next trees to go into the basement are my pomegranates. So I've got that one, my azalea here. What else? Over here, my Chinese elm. The other pomegranate, the Zin's one. Yeah, I think that'll do. Oh, and the olive tree. I'm going to bring that in for the winter. They need a cool period over the winter. The greenhouse is looking a little more empty. Here is my silk tree. So this is a temperate tree. I cut it back hard and you can see all the new branches on it. So it worked quite well cutting it back. It's looking good. So that's got to go in the basement also. Everything in the greenhouse now is either tropical or is hardy enough to stay out here in the greenhouse for the winter. So I've got a few more big trees to go downstairs, and they're in the polyhouse. Out here in the polyhouse I have my acacias that can go down in the basement, my ponytail palm over there, my asparagus fern. I'm hoping I can fit it in the upstairs plant room. I'd like to keep it warm and humid to grow more aerial roots. But we'll see. See how much room I get. I have got the basement full of plants now. There's a little more room for some smaller ones, but it's pretty well filled. A while back in my greenhouse, there was something that smelled kind of funky. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And when I was carrying my rat-tailed jade downstairs here, on the stairs I smelled it again. So I reached in with my nose and smelled it, and it smells, I don't know what smell it is. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not pleasant. It's almost like a urine type smell. Is it urine? Yeah, I would say sort of like smells like urine. It's very strange. So yeah, everything is downstairs for the winter now. So everything else will either stay out in the polyhouse, the glass greenhouse, or it'll go up into the plant room. There is some exciting developments in the plant room. I will have to wait until the camera warms up because it'll fog up, I think, right away in here. But everything is growing really, really well in here with these grow lights, the high humidity. So we'll come back once the camera warms up and I can film in the plant room. It is after lunch now, so here I am in the plant room. So I'll show you some of the progress of the trees. Here's my bougainvillea, and you can see it is flowering, looking nice and green and healthy. My ficus microcarpa here is getting all kinds of new leaves in the canopy everywhere. It's just bursting with new growth. I think it's going to be You know, within 3 or 4 days, I think that'll be really full looking, that canopy. Even the one I took to the Toronto show here, the canopy is filling out. It's starting to get all kinds of new growth everywhere. And you can see the aerial roots down here. They're climbing on the edge of the pot, all over the surface of the soil, and they're coming out of the trunk here too. So it's good and humid in here. My dwarf Schefflera is growing like crazy. It also has aerial roots. If I come down here and look under, you can see new aerial roots forming. So it should have a good winter of growth. My temple here is, the moss is looking really, really green on it. Incredible, actually. So I'll be looking for new roots coming out of the moss or growing alongside of the moss. So that'll be exciting. My tips are still nice and healthy looking of the hanging root there. So I don't have the heat on in the greenhouse at the moment. It's just these plant lights, and they generate, like if I put my hand above there, I can't leave my hand on top of that box there. It's too hot. So they generate a lot of heat, these lights. My Ficus benjamina, the Frankenficus here, it's a little tall. So my goal is to bring the apex down eventually. And I'm getting all kinds of new growth popping out all over it after the last pruning. So there'll be lots of choices of new branches to shorten that apex. You can see the very tip of it here is getting burned by the LED light. It's just too hot there. My other root over temple here, this is sort of the side of it, it's getting all kinds of back buds. There's all kinds of new shoots coming all over the branches, which is really good. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, the trees are really, really liking it in the plant room here. So there's my aloe, the one with the aerial roots. So I want to continue growing aerial roots and create kind of a cool, unique aloe out of this. Yeah, everything's greening up and growing. You can see my rubber trees are actively growing here. Oh, we're getting some sunshine in the windows, which is always nice. My tiger bark ficus, all the old leaves are falling off, and there's green on all the growing tips, so it's going to continue growing well. On my powder puff here, I've had about 3 more flowers. It likes it in here. My baobabs in the corner here, I'm not watering them. This will be their dry winter, so I'll keep them, you know, in this corner here. They'll stay warm, but I'm not going to water them at all. So all the leaves will eventually fall off. And I'll be putting my desert rose forest in this corner also. And this will be my dry corner where nothing gets watered. They're just warm and dormant for the winter. Yeah, so that's the update to the plant room. So you can see it's fairly full in here already. Oh, one more update. My silk floss trees here, I did this severe cutback, and you can see all the new shoots coming out on them now. All over the place. So that's exciting. It'll be similar to my kapok tree over here, which has all kinds of branches. Yeah, so good stuff happening in the plant room. Yeah, so with the heat off and the plant lights running, it is 25 degrees Celsius in here, which is, you know, just a little warmer than room temperature. But the humidity is also very high. It's 85% relative humidity. So it's very, you know, it's not hot in here, but it's warm and humid. And so far, the tropical trees are just loving it. So over in this corner in the glass greenhouse, I have a lot of my miniature bonsai. And a lot of these can go downstairs in the basement. All the jades and Portulacaria afras. But I'm going to clean them all up and do a video on those, so that's why they're still here in the glass greenhouse. So I still have a lot of tropical trees to go in the plant room. An amazing amount, and they're all fairly large, like my yucca forest, my Chinese village penjing. Yeah, some bougainvilleas. I've got my other penjing over here, my Kaboo Island. Some euphorbias. The euphorbias, I wasn't sure if I should keep them in the basement, and everything online says to keep them fairly warm. So I didn't want to risk cooling them down for the winter, even though I think they would be fine. Ones like this will stay, my VW beetle penjing, that'll stay in the glass greenhouse the whole winter. It can take a freeze. My lychee tree here, that will have to go inside, and I'll get my desert rose forest inside. So you can see I've also stopped watering the desert rose forest, Socotra Island forest, and the leaves are going yellow now on them, and they'll fall off soon. And it'll just stay bare the entire winter. I won't water this whole planting. And it should do fine. It did fine last winter. Last winter I lost one small tree, but you know, they were freshly transplanted, so I think these ones are established. If I don't water them in the winter, they should do fine. Down below here on the floor of the greenhouse, I still have a few more plants, but not too many. Yeah, so I'm doing well. I'm making good progress. It will be a tight fit in the plant room, that's for sure. I was out for a walk last night, and there's one section of this garden that had a green tree, a red tree, and a yellow tree, and it looked really good, the three colors. So I'm going to show you that now while the sun is shining. Before we go look at that garden, I'll just show you my Norway maple again. And oh, it's just the most beautiful colors. I can't believe it. Wow. Really looks nice, I think. Here is the garden I was talking about. So there's two ginkgo trees here. One is totally yellow, the other is green. And underneath is the burning bush. Looking very nice. A little past its prime, but you can see the three colors, yellow, red, and green, and I think it looks beautiful. I think it'd be really nice for some type of bonsai planting for fall, or even like an accent planting to go with your bonsai. But yeah, just spectacular, the three different colors. There's another shot of the garden. Looking awesome. So my goal now is to clean out the poly house, because I don't heat the poly house. I do have a heater in there, but I don't want to heat it. So anything that's tropical, I've got some ficus here, Natal ficus, my asparagus fern, my guava tree, some more ficus, so they can all go into the plant room. I've got my hibiscus in the corner here. So yeah, they can all go into the plant room. So if I get this polyhouse cleaned out, I'll be very happy. That way I don't have to heat it at nighttime when the temperature goes low. I've been working away moving plants all afternoon, and there's good news and bad news, so let's start with the good news. The good news is I've got the basement filled with plants here. It's quite full. I mean, I could squeeze a few little ones in still. With a bit of pruning, I could move some closer together, but it's pretty full down here. In the plant room here, I have got it absolutely full. Every bench has trees on it. Whew, it's warm and humid in here. Yeah, so everything is filled up, all the space, available space. Still on the good news, the poly house is cleaned out 100%. So you can see the benches are empty all the way around. Now, here comes the bad news. So everything on the top shelf in the greenhouse here needs winter protection. And this is what I have left over. I've got a lot of trees. So all the ones along here, all the ones along here, along here, wrapping around the corner to here. So these all have to be fit in the plant room somehow, or the basement. The ones down below, they'll stay out here for the winter in the greenhouse. They're hardy trees. But yeah, I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Oh my goodness. So I definitely have a few bigger ones that I've got to get in. And some of these smaller ones, they'll be cut back. Like all these kumquats, they'll be in miniature pots eventually. But yeah, I have a lot of plants still to fit in. So I'll have to leave the heat on in the greenhouse at night until I figure out what I'm going to do. I had a busy day moving plants around. I made a lot of progress, but I still have a lot of trees that I have to squeeze in to a small space. So that's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.